what is going on, 49ers fans? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, host of the Jay All Day NFL Show. Today we're going to be talking about your 49ers and doing a 3-round mock draft. The 49ers have a ton of picks in this draft, so I want to concentrate on the first 3 rounds as we do our final mock draft predictions for the 49ers. If you take a look at your screen right here, we're up at pick number 11, and the 49ers need a ton of help. D-line help, cornerback help. They need a lot of help. They got rid of a lot of players this offseason as they're preparing to probably pay Brock Purdy $50 million a year. That's crazy, but that's kind of where we're at right now. So, for me, Bosa needs some help on the D-line. So I'm taking a look at who's left on the board right now. You can really go anywhere. A guy like Will Johnson. You could go offensive line, Josh Simmons, Kelvin Banks. But for me, I want to go Walter Nolen here. I love this spot. He could play on the D-line. He's already being trended towards the 49ers. I love this pick. Walter Nolen can play all over the D-line. And when you pair him up with a guy like Bosa, woo, baby, that D-line is going to be humming again. You got to build through the trenches. You got to start with the trenches. That's how you win football games. That's how you stay in football games. To me, I think the 49ers here, if Walter Nolen's on the board at 11, you take him all day long. Walter Nolen goes to the 49ers with their first round pick. All right, 49ers fans, here we are at pick 43 overall in round 2. We went D-line in round 1. Cornerback is definitely in play. Guard is in play. Tackle is in play. A lot of spots in play right now for a team like the 49ers, right? I'm just scanning the board, looking at players I like. Nick Emmanwori on the board. That's interesting as well. Kevin Winston, he's a really talented guy. I like him. But for me, I'm going to bring in Josh Conerly Jr. I think he makes the most sense. If he falls to them in the second round, this guy could play right tackle back-to-back years starting at left tackle. Could be the heir apparent for Trent Williams once he, whenever he decides to hang it up, right? But Josh Conerly Jr., super athletic, really talented guy, 6'4", 315. And if worse comes to worse, you kick him in the guard. You've got to just bring talent into this room. And I think Conerly can do that. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Josh Conerly's game. He's explosive. He's wide, he's athletic, good footwork, quick hands, everything you want in an offensive tackle. 6'4", 315. I think Conerly is the pick at 43 overall. Now, we're up in the third round, 75 overall. Interesting spot for them, right? Definitely an interesting spot. Shamar Turner's on the board. Kyle Kennard on the board. Another edge defender could be interesting as well. 6'5", 254. Probably a little bit too small to play in their scheme. Probably, right? Just taking a look at who else is on the board. When we take a look at their needs, guard, tackle, D-line, cornerback, I want to take a look at the cornerback position here in the draft. Kobe Bryant, a guy I definitely liked. Dorian Strong is on the board as well from Virginia Tech. 6'1", 185. He's strong. Lacks some strength in the press man coverage, but pretty good overall player. 185, definitely on the slender side. Jacob Parrish has been definitely getting some buzz around the league. He could probably play outside corner or play in the slot. He's agile. He's got good recovery, speed. He could definitely be a nickel guy, 100%. Or you take a bigger guy like Noah Williams, but I think a lot of these guys are reaches where they're drafted at 75 overall. Ozzie Trapillo is on the board. We could go offensive line again, and I wouldn't hate it at all. Elijah Roberts, a guy I really, really, really like. 6'4", 295. He could play 3-4. He could play anywhere, right? I think he could fit in a 4-3 edge as well. I'm going Elijah Roberts here at 75 overall. I love that pick. Elijah Roberts, super productive guy, 21 sacks over the last couple years. Run defender, great getting after the quarterback. He's just a really talented guy, man. 21 sacks over the last couple years. We're talking about over 90 hurries over the last 2 seasons. Elijah Roberts, very, very talented guy. Okay, now we're up again in the third round, 100 overall. This makes some sense for us to look at the cornerback position again. Jacob Parrish is still on the board. Noah Williams. Either one of these guys are in play. But I want to. San Francisco over the years has liked big physical outside corners. I think Noah Williams fits that. Press man guy, 6'1", 200 pounds. I think the 49ers would be a great fit, you know. He's being mocked to the Packers, the Buccaneers, and the Vikings. He's a pretty scheme versatile guy, in my opinion. I think he could play in a press man coverage. He could drop back in zone as well. You know, zone coverage, 75 grade. Man coverage, 67.7. You know, good, not great, right? Doesn't miss a ton of tackles either. You know, forced incompletions, 10. I just like his game. You know, tall, long guy. 7 interceptions. That's just some serious ball skills, man. Passer rating against only 40. It's one of the best in the class, man. This guy can be an outside corner for the 49ers for years to come. I think that's the way to go, 49ers fans. Let me know in the comments down below. Where would you go in this third round? Would you go Noah Williams? Harold Fannin Jr., the tight end, could be the heir apparent of George Kittle. That could be interesting. You know, Jamari Caldwell could be in play as well. Or running back. You know, Jaden Blue's on the board. Another wide receiver like Tesla, super fast guy. But all the guys that I'm looking at right now, towards the end of this third round, 100th overall, there's no more I'm like, let's get this guy. Let's get this guy. Torrey Horton's an interesting guy from Colorado State. I really like him. Injured this year, but man, he was a ball hawk. Straight up. 23, 2022. Back-to-back 1,100-yard seasons. Back-to-back 8 touchdown campaigns. Torrey Horton's fallen under the radar a little bit. I think he could be a great steal in the third and fourth round for a lot of NFL teams. But for me, I'm sticking to my druthers, right? I'm going Noah Williams. 7 interceptions. I love the talent there. I think that's a great pick for us in the 49ers. So I didn't want to do a full 7-round mock draft because they have like a million 6th and 7th round picks that I want to really concentrate on the first 3 rounds here, right? Walter Nolan, A. Josh Connerly Jr., A+ we got. Elijah Roberts, B. Noah Williams, C+. I think this is a great haul for the 49ers, right? I think every one of these guys could probably start for the 49ers next year. Walter Nolan, Connerly, whether at guard or right tackle, plug-and-play guys. Elijah Roberts. You know, all of a sudden you got a D-line with Elijah Roberts, Walter Nolan, and Bosa. That looks pretty damn good to me. And then stick in Noah Williams, over 6 foot, 200 pounds, 7 interceptions. Add a lot of ball skills to that secondary, right? Guys, I love this draft. 49ers fans, let me know in the comments down below. How would you go the first 3 rounds? You like my picks? Do you not like my picks? I would love to know in the comments down below. 49ers fans, we're only 15 subscribers away from 15,000. So if you want some more NFL content, more 49ers content, more off-season NFL content, as we get ready for 2025, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.